Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday Fortnite 2019 as we are diving into our winners finals. Right, like we said, a grand final position on the line as we've got Camo and Aqua facing off against Aiden and Sway. I have a background on this matchup to the viewers at home as we see Sway take down one off the rip. The issues have kind of come in the early game from Sway and Aiden. Do we think that they had that potential to really improve on it versus a roster who has looked pretty much unscathed?
I mean, I think, yeah, the potential to improve is there because it's been fairly lackluster so far. So to me, I mean, it seems like they can only really improve on this. Like, you know, they're in the winners finals, right? They're in the top 3. So by no means have they been playing poorly, but
there hasn't been a lot that you could look at and say, yeah, do that differently when this team plays.
Absolutely right. I mean, like I said, their blueprint has been fantastic, and you can't really critique too much of it until it starts to show somewhat of a chip in the armor. He's finding some great weapons, at least off the rip. Rather, in terms of inventory spots, they seem to be somewhat pretty well on track. Sniper bullets roaming throughout Retail Row. Camo taking down a few zombies in the midst of it. Unfortunately, those aren't awarded for elimination, so this would absolutely be the hot spot. Aqua going up top, taking over that high ground point of view. He's trying to choose correctly based off the walls. Is this the right one? Did I make the right decision? Looks as if I have. Wall placed down, taking a shot in the process, loses a little bit of HP, as it actually seems to be 2 players that could have been around the area. The second one, though, was his teammate. As that will be advantage to these boys. Looking strong off the start. That's one thing that you can really kind of take advantage of in Retail Row, where the zombies are running. Typically associates where an enemy will be as well. And look at all that loot. Look at all of the resources that they've just gained. A legendary heavy sniper. They've also got some tack.
as a player down, regular health, he's going to go ahead and push with that grappler. Teammate, I believe, is right behind him. It's going to get the down. It's going to be an easy one. Question is, where is his teammate? Haven't spotted him yet. Looks like Camo, though, is engaged with the fight himself. That player's going to be stuck right in between 2 of our players.
Goodness.
And there, the final shots come in. That is going to be yet another elimination for Camo. You see a total of 18 across our 2 teams. Are very, very close on both ends.
Talking earlier about how important it is to plant your flag in Salty first. We have seen Fatal be a great rotation this side of the game too, and it is, oh, this is getting a little dicey now. Can you build your way out of this one? Up and away. I don't know where his teammate is either. This might be a 1v2. And goodness gracious, what a knock there against all odds. A gust of wind will take him down at this point.
It absolutely will.
He's still challenging.
He still is. He just popped his head up for a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's ready for it. He was ready for that little window of opportunity that he gets presented. And that guy has got to be super low on health. Sway is down.
Things are still sitting at right about even, and the lobby down to only 15 players forming our competitors, and now it's Camo who does get dropped. Let's see if his teammate can go ahead and avenge him. Aqua's going to be surrounded by multiple players getting shot from the side, getting shot from above. Going to try to just heal up a little bit as he takes on a number of people at once. Shots start to come in. They're going to break his builds. He's getting shot from all angles once again, trying to get as many kills as he can in the process. Gets the first down to the player with a beautiful pump shot. Going to go ahead and clean that up. Going to try and take them one by one. Play this as methodical as possible. How long can he last? Tries to make it a second one. He has 2 players in his sights. Here come his opponents slash teammates in game. It's going to be the battle for the kills. He actually gets the second knock as well, turning lemons into lemonade, surely, and somehow manages to get away with at least 2 kills, looking to make it a 3rd and 4th as Aiden is currently in a 1v2. And he gets the 3rd.
Oh my
Wait, there's a 4th too. No way, don't do this. Okay. He got 3 of the 4. And you know, I think this might be the only time that Aqua was very, very happy to see his opponents right next to him there. Like, hey.
Fantastic work coming through from him. This looks like Sway already spawning out some opponents. Like we said, slim amounts left. So we're in the single digits. Still more opponents just below, and looks like a great point of view right now for Sway. An opportunity to find 3, and one enemy decides to go and stand still. They said, you know what, Sway, I'm a big fan, take me down. And Sway will absolutely attend to it. Fantastic work. As I think I'm going to try to stick around Aqua, regardless if that really matters or not, considering that all the fights are pretty much divulge into one area. It is good to hear that even in the situations where they know they have an advantage, they want to try to single him out. Sway taken down, giving the call, saying, hey, he's got to be low on super amounts of low health. And there we go. Aqua will sneak in, takes out the shin guard of the soccer player, and will enter into double-digit territory. It's these teams, or rather these players, the opportunity to have Gotham to themselves. That can easily wipe away an advantage. You can easily increase an advantage as well. It looks as if Aqua and Co. the first ones to strike. That will be first blood found from Aqua. In fact, 2 in the midst of that as he's continuing on the street. Bat cape and all. So not the greatest in terms of resources, but that's not really all the major problems. He's spotting people through windows, taking them down effortlessly. That's going to be 4. Great work coming in from Aqua off the rip, as this has just been utter execution coming through from himself and Camo, and even losing a little bit of HP. You'd like to think Sway and Aiden, great, you know, they have the advantage when it comes down to health, but a lot of the eliminations that you're looking out for are being taken away. They're being stolen right from out underneath you.
If they get one more, it's tied.
Looks like those are going to come in.
Yeah, there's Camo. They're in the lead already.
That's all it takes.
Instantly. And Aiden and Sway are in the same location. They're in the exact same place. Have they found one yet?
The second we start gassing their early play, Aqua gets hit by a ton of bricks.
He was a solo, though, so there is that.
Single, so he will get the reboot.
He's got to get it quick, though. I think that, okay, right over there, and you have to imagine that this is reasonably well cleared out now. It seems like at least 10 people have gone down there, and already the rotation has started to go out here for Aiden and Sway. But, oh my goodness, what a way to start. We talked about the respect and why all 4 players would go there. It was to prevent something like that from happening. That's the whole reason that you go there if your opponent goes there, either to preserve the lead or to make sure that your opponents can't build on their lead. And that is just totally going the other way. And I think that we're probably...
As Camo instantly goes from
risky.
The 10 to the opposite 10, covering a lot of territory.
Exactly why.
In the midst, walks out from cover and goes down to 14 HP.
He's no mats.
The epic tack from range is doing all the work he needs it to. Like we said, so low, and no mats. Still doing what he needs. Hitting on a few resources, and even in the open, he feels confident.
So close.
It did. A little bit too
I got
close
nervous
for
when he went
comfort.
for the grapples. You're just jumping into 3 or 4 people right away. I mean, there's still other lines of sight, and it got close. What a beautiful play by Sway to knock that player down, hit him on the way out. Looks like they have been spotted by either player or team right now.
You need... Big pot. Do you have a big pot? I don't.
So that legendary assault rifle is not going to hurt anything. Definitely going to help.
We can't sit here.
Except like it's on the outskirts, you hear them talking about it, saying, hey, we can't stay here. We have to venture. We have to move forward. So that, from, or rather, the Scar is going to help. I think the Junk Rift actually was tossed out to destroy their builds. Unfortunately, the enemy doesn't realize how much of a stopwatch that they're on.
What's in the storm?
Their pace is impeccable. Aiden decides to go and hang out in the storm a little bit, take on those elims, take on those bits of loot, and maybe even giving a few call-outs as well, letting Sway know where the cutoffs need to happen at, where they need to be. There's the call. Nice range from Sway. Taking him down over the crest of the hill and has to continue on with this. Thankfully, the players decided to make a territory here. Sway, the master builder, says that's not the most impressive. I'd like to see less than 10 players still alive in this game, and that very well could decide absolutely everything. The range with attack SMG and Aqua, he's hungry. He knows how valuable each of these eliminations are. And there we go. Takes him down. 26 health is all that player had left. And Aqua continues forward, instantly beams another just toward the south. Every which direction, Aqua is taking down enemies and making it look oh so simple. Being aware of the enemy and where they could venture to next. Sway on the other side, unfortunately falls down the mountain, but the enemy has done the exact same thing. Sway goes down, Aqua walks away with the elim, and Aiden is going to be there for the instant res, but still a great position right here for Aqua to take control and take mobility away.
I think they're up 1, yeah.
Should be the case.
Every single one of these elims is huge. If they get one elim, the worst they can do is tie.
Oh! Aqua goes down! And Sway came in! Sway just found one! Sway just did it! And look at this! Camo, Sway, Aqua! All of them drop! And that's only a positive for Aiden because he can pick up his teammate. In the meantime, through all of the carnage, through the slobber knocker, Aiden has to be aware that there's an enemy just on the flank. Can he take him down? And he does! Was it enough?
He died.
I think we won by 1.
No,
He didn't take him down. I thought that he won the game, but in fact, he got dropped.
wait, there's still 2 up. I think they only got. Are we tied?
Closer and closer, but still, we talk about it. The early game struggles and really kind of coming in from that game 1. That was the cushion that was necessary and one that definitely helped them out a lot, guys. I think that's kind of the storyline for this is not necessarily game 2 because both teams were pretty much equal. It was a matter of that first matchup. Sway and Aiden, they built up their advantage. They held on, and they move forward in the grand finals.
And by the way, this is not the last that we could see from Camo and Aqua. Of course, we
yeah,
still have the entire losers bracket. And the way, I mean, pretty much, Camo and Aqua have run through everyone not named Aiden and Sway so far. So I definitely anticipate they will see some sort of losers bracket run ahead of us. We could even see potentially a rematch in the grand finals.
Sure.
Of course, they still have a number of matches still to potentially get through in order to rematch against Aiden and Sway. But huge congratulations to those two for pushing through. At the very minimum, they get top 2.
Yeah, very minimum top 2. And we said that there weren't room for mistakes. There was no room to make any sort of small slip up, a big slip up, and they didn't. They played the way that we knew they were capable of, no major missteps, and when it came down to the final fight, I mean, let's be honest, Sway clutched it. Sway clutched that final fight where, be it Camo, be it Aqua, they both had chances at that elim. If they had gotten that elim, that would have been it. They would have won. They were not able to get that elim, and Sway did. So, I mean, you talk about nerves and being able to execute in a situation like that. That's why we thought these were the top 2 rosters. That's the exact reason. Yeah. Take a look here at the losers bracket. What do we see, Landon?
Oh, a lot of results, a lot of interesting play. It looks as if we are currently in losers round 4 as we've got Keemstar and Texie facing off against Corey and Riot.